Hey y'all, welcome. We on there. Give me the mic. Hey man, how y'all doing out there tonight? This song's so funny because I was in the trap museum. One of my close friends managed the trap museum.
Okay.
And the DJ be playing this song, and it'd be so funny to hear this played in T.I. spot. You know what I'm saying? It's that funny how they. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll get to that part. God damn, must be too side. If there was a big old diss song about me, there was a jamming song like that, I ain't playing that at my spot. I don't know, but you know.
Well, it shows that they squashed that.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Grown men can squash that. You done grew that. Right.
It was bigger than that.
I get it. I didn't know nothing about the song until I moved here. And when everybody was singing along and all that, you know me. I'm from Chicago. I didn't know nothing about it, but I figured out once everybody told me what it was about.
Yeah. So man, I want to get right into it, man. The podcast, as y'all know, is every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, man. So we wanted to really speak about some issues, man, that all of us has seen in the news over the past weekend or week. They released a video of the brother, man, and one of the problems that I had with my brother, Tyre.
Yeah, Tyre Nichols. Tyre Nichols. Yeah.
One of the problems that I had with them killing a young fella is that, man, we have not only do we have no dignity and pride within our own race, man, to beat that young fella like that, and to do him like that, man, it's a shame. It don't give any other, it's not right if any other race do it, but when your own people can stand you up, spray you like that and really beat you, man, we have got so far removed because not just 50-some years ago, blacks couldn't even be a police officer.
That's true.
And then when you was allowed to join, you couldn't arrest white folks.
Yeah, Miss Don talked about that on her show.
I know
her father was a part of that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So he helped move that along. But here's the thing now. It's still on the books. You know what I'm saying? Like they never, you know what I'm saying, eradicated that where blacks can't arrest whites.
Okay.
It's just not popular to try to say, hey, you can't arrest him because he's a white man now.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But there's laws that were still on the books, brother, that have not been changed. It that society have changed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So put it like this: most cities got a black police chief. Like Memphis got a black woman who spent 30 years in Atlanta.
Okay.
She can't get on TV and say to a black cop, "You can't arrest this white man or white woman." You can't say that in this day and time.
Right.
And so one of the problems that I had, man, a big issue, not only with the black man killing this black boy like that and beating him like that, but it took us a whole nother week to find out that there was a white officer involved. So my issue here, we got a black police chief woman, 5 black men, you know what I'm saying, beat this, you know what I'm saying, black guy that was innocent. And then a week later, you got a video surface. Now, she watched the whole video before she told the world hey, we're going to release it on this day and this time.
Right.
You seen the video. You seen it was a white guy in the video.
Right.
So when y'all say, hey, don't riot in the city, don't do this, don't do that, you make the people want to riot because now y'all playing games and insulting the people intelligence when a week later this white guy surfaced in the video saying, yeah, tase his ass, beat his ass. Well, he the first one who tased him. He pulled him over without cause. He tased him.
Right.
He in the video screaming, yeah, y'all kick his ass. Hey, bro, that's accessory, right?
Right.
So there's a kid that was just arrested in Atlanta for saying to another black kid, oh, there go Cam. And they arrested him for saying, there he go.
Okay.
And the other black boys killed the little boy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you lock this little boy up and want to give him time an accessory, we can't give the white officer the same time for saying, hey, y'all get his ass, y'all beat his ass. You pulled him over without cause. You tased him first. You in the background saying y'all kick his ass, y'all beat his ass. Any civilians that do that, you get charged with that, bro. You get charged with accessory. Oh, your words, hey, you exciting violence, you exciting crime. They get a pass. You know what I'm saying? Now, them black guys shouldn't get a pass, and the white guys shouldn't get no pass. Nobody should get a pass, man, when you beating citizens, innocent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the only time an officer should fight somebody if the person you trying to arrest resist an arrest and he start fighting you. Right. Then yeah, you got to fight him off you or whatever. At that time, if you're not hitting me first and we fight back and forth, there should be no guns drawn. If I don't have a gun, why you pulling your gun? Right. If we just fighting fist fight, hey man, fight fist fight. Lock me, get me down, lock me up, call for backup. Guns should never be drawn if there's not a gun on the person, man. Right. And they got to get away from all this. Now we see that it's a big old game. This man is half dead, and y'all still saying you resisting arrest. Hey, come on, man.
But that's a part of trying to justify why they beat him so bad.
No, that's the training. Yeah, but we got to get rid of that because I mean, how many blacks we've seen shot dead by white cops and they still trying to put damn handcuffs on him. Right. You shot dead and you still putting the handcuffs on me, man. Right. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to get past that. And cities like Memphis is too black to be having these issues right now. Right. Where black politicians are not coming out speaking up and speaking out against that, man. It don't matter. And we got to do it not only when it's black. They gave swift judgment to these black officers, which they deserved it. I'm just saying. Right. Biden wrote a letter saying that, hey, I want the process to be swift. They don't chime in when white cops kill black folks, though, man. We can't keep letting them bamboozle us like that. The White House always say, oh, we're not going to get involved with that. Let the local level do it. But you want to get involved when 5 black officers kill another black man.
But we know that most politicians, I mean, we always, black folks always want to wait for the politicians to do their thing for us. And typically, Democrat or Republican, they don't have any remorse when it comes to us as far as certain things. But I think that we're forgetting one little piece of this puzzle with that. And I said this on the show before, on Westside Misfits show, is that the police unit didn't come to anybody's defense with these 5 black officers. They didn't they didn't have a press conference stating that it was justified or anything like that. And I believe that they intervened when it came to the white officer. Those little things always seem to, we miss those things. Where was the police union? I mean, if they for all the police and they're union, you got to pay dues into it. They didn't come to these black officers' defense, and I'm not saying that they should have. But there's little pieces of puzzle that you have to look at when things like this happen and how it's done previously and how it's done now. I mean, when it's white officers, you have a whole press conference with 25 police standing behind them, and they talking about how great it was. But when these black officers came, they got thrown off the floor, they got fired, they got arrested within a couple of days. And then you got to think about the white officer wasn't fired. He was relieved of duty, which means that he could get a job somewhere else. Right. You get what I'm saying? So those little nuances, we gotta look at those little things. We say, oh great, he got relieved of duty. No, but he still can get hired somewhere else. Relieved of duty and being fired is 2 different things.
the boys in blue, man, are always gonna protect the boys in blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not against good cops because I got a lot of friends that are cops, sergeants, captains, high in the rank, have done things admirably on every level. You know what I'm saying? And they understand. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not out here trying to harass and lock up black and brown folks just cause, right?
Right.
Oftentimes, most cops in Atlanta that I know, if they're stuck in a rock in a hard place because you bring the crime to them.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, now we have to arrest you. Somebody got to judge you for it. You know, that's what happened to be black.
Right. Miss Radio. Hello?
Yo.
Hello. Talk to him.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to join the car.
Go ahead and talk.
You're on the call. Go ahead. You're on the call. Go ahead and talk.
I don't even know what's being talked about on the call, man. I just seen my cousin up here doing some great things.
We talking about you're young. I catch your voice. You're 21, right?
Yeah, I just turned 22.
All right, 22. So we're talking about police brutality, and how do you feel as a 22-year-old when you get pulled over by the police at nighttime or daytime? But more importantly, when you get pulled over by a white officer, how do you feel when you get pulled over by a white officer compared to a black officer?
With a white officer, it's like I instantly start recording because the history. I instantly start recording like I be scared. I don't feel the vibe. The vibe don't be there. It's just always negative energy. Versus a black guy, it's like I don't know. I ain't not being racist. It's just like black people just don't never come off like that. Like white people always come off aggressive towards other black people arresting them. That's just how I feel though.
So let me ask you this, because I know time have even changed. You're 22 now, so time have even changed a little bit from the time you was like 11, 12, and 13. What do you think have brought on the fascination of guns by our young black men? What do you think have brought that on?
It went out. Say it again about the gun.
What do you think have brought on the recent fascination of these guns? Why do you think that so many of these young boys want to have guns and breaking in the car to get these guns? What is it about guns that fascinate this new young generation?
Two main things. It's the drill rappers. They trying to live the drill rap life, and these females, they always be like, if you ain't got no gun, how you gonna protect me? So men feel like, oh, I need me a gun. Like if I ain't got no gun, like it's an image, really. Like it's an image. That's all there to it. The females and the rappers just got people head going.
Even in the teenage world, teenagers are saying that. Like, how you gonna protect me in the teenage world?
Yeah, like that what they be saying. Like all they be trying to like they call it blickies. They be like, where your blicky at? You ain't got no blicky. So as a young nigga, it's like you see an older nigga with a gun. Like that's like you feel like that's what's right. Like, oh, I need me a gun.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. How do you feel about the recent action that took place in Memphis, Tennessee, with them 5 officers killing the young white guy? I mean, the young black kid.
Oh, I disagree with that. That was just low down right there. See, that's why I be scared though. Like, so I can't even say really white officers, like officers in general. Like, it's like they have a bad day and take it out on you. It's like I don't want to be one of that victim. Like, I don't know.
I hear you out there driving that Hellcat, cuz. Be safe. Be safe, and thanks for calling in. Love you, cuz.
I love you too.
I hear that motor in the back.
Right.
Listen, so it goes back, man, to what I'm saying. Like, if you, like, we're in 2023. We're coming off 2022 as far as video games make. Mm-hmm. So if you look at the graphics and the images on the Call of Duty and Call of Duty, and what's the other one that you can snatch the folks out of the car and beat them? Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
So if you look at Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty, the character look just like me and you. They look that real. Mm-hmm. It looks so real, and they talk. Mm-hmm. So if I'm young and I'm 9 and 10, I'm playing this shit every day for 2-3 years. I'm ready to get up school. I'm playing every day. My brain haven't even developed to understand that this is not a real human, really, right? But I'm talking to him every day. I done created a character.
Okay.
Because you can create your own character. Call of Duty is the video game that let you know the name of the guns, the different type of guns, because it's a military game.
Right.
And they use the word ops.
Okay.
So that's where the rappers have gotten the word from, ops.
Okay.
From Call of Duty. They put it in the games. And that's how the word have become so popular. You know what I'm saying? The word ops. And the kids know the different names of the guns. Even the rapper. Because none of these young black boys, me, I've never been to a gun show.
That's true.
I learned guns from TV and rap and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they learn it from playing the video games. And then, you know, as you get older, when you got a business, you go buy guns to protect your home and your businesses. But these young kids learn the name of the game, the guns from the video games.
Okay.
And the rappers just got a platform to popularize it and talk about the guns even more, talk about what it's gonna do to you. But none of these guys don't be going to gun ranges, know how to shoot. That's why so many innocent people get killed, because they just be shooting. Like even when they killed the little young boy at Atlanta Station, when they seen him ride by on a scooter, 5 people got shot.
Right.
Because our young people don't know how to shoot. Grown people don't either. But like when you got a gun, when you done stole a gun and you can't go to a gun range because they too young to go, they don't know when you shoot a gun that the gun might go up when you shoot it, right, left, down. Know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying about sometimes when you trying to shoot a person in the leg, it might go up and you might shoot a person in the chest because you don't even know that particular gun, know what I'm saying, it jumps up when it shoot.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? So like most people shoot with the gun, squeeze, and you go to a gun range, they tell you like you gotta hold the other hand and squeeze it because you don't know. And when you get a shotgun, know what I'm saying, which I've shot a shotgun, that motherfucker tear your shoulder up. If you ain't got it goddamn rested, ready to go, it'll, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know these things, and if you don't know and you in the battle, first of all, the adrenaline rush and you scared, and you don't know how to shoot. All that's going on at the time you shooting, that's how innocent people get killed. You know what I'm saying? And white folks, I commend them. They take their kids shooting 5, 6, 7, 8. They make them not scared of the gun.
They make them shoot in the backyard.
Hey man, don't be scared of this gun, man. We finna go shoot.
Right.
And they go out there, put them bottles up, and they shoot or whatever. They take their kids gone. I love that. We make our kids fear guns. You know what I'm saying? To fear certain things, while white people jump at the head first. You know what I'm saying? Because they know. Because white people were the first one that engaged in battle. Because blacks couldn't even join the army. The Boston Tea Party, everything in history was white on white.
Right.
It wasn't, and then the white people, you know what I'm saying, the immigrants that, you know what I'm saying, moved here with the E, that was brought here from Europe, they were the people that was locked up over in the Europe jail. They was like the thugs and the castaways. Ain't like the rich and the well-to-do moved to America. No, they did not.
Right.
They still did not. You got them Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, them family. They stayed in Europe. They family didn't move here. You know what I'm saying? It was the immigrants that come pick themselves up by the bootstraps and lived over there. They the ones that moved here.
Okay.
So they were the ones. That's why they were so ready to go to war and fight and no, I'm saying, for everything, because they were the ones that were fighting against the kings and the queens over there. Still to this day, you still got a certain group of white rebels in Europe that still don't stand for that. It's the same people they moved to America that wasn't standing for that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Fighting against each other. Frederick Douglass, I love our black hero, he stuck his nose in their business. Blacks should be fighting the war. No, hell, we shouldn't be fighting in the white man's war. Now, no, we should not have.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with us. Ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Right. Lincoln them were fighting against each other. The Civil War wasn't even with us. They needed our help. But let them fight amongst each other. It's they fight. You know what I'm saying? This is why, no, I'm saying to this day, white folks and other folks don't get in black on black stuff. Had nothing to do with them. They stuff got nothing to do with us. We stuck our nose in their business. Got nothing to do with us, man. If y'all want to kill each other and set damn Boston on fire and do it.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with us.
Because at the end of the day, we still was slaves.
Hey, bro,
we
was
free from none of that.
Hey, bro, we weren't free from none of that, bro.
Right.
But he was a free man, stuck his nose in there, and the intention was okay. But no man is perfect. They didn't see the overall. Like Martin Luther King didn't see the near thing. You know what I'm saying? Then when he got into it, you Know what I'm saying? Then he said, "Oh, I've entered my people into a burning building because we came across that line with the economics. We didn't come back with the economics.
Right.
Everything is about economics in this world, and we have always controlled the economic because we've always had the value.
Right.
They took everything from us, but the value have always been in blacks. Even when we didn't have the rights, they still said we was property. So the property was still a value because we was the value.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we built the infrastructure. So the slave master can say, I got 100 slaves, I'm the wealthiest man in town, whether I got the money or not. I got the manpower to build and do whatever. I can loan you 20 slaves, you know what I'm saying, to fix and do whatever you need to do. So I'm still wealthy because I got the commodity, which is the, you know what I'm saying, which is the blacks.
Right.
And the Bible says that. God have always said that that's who we will be now. And that's who we are. That's why we control the spending power right now. What, 16 trillion or whatever?
16 trillion.
How do we control the spending power, Lab, but we don't own nothing as blacks? We don't own nothing.
We don't own.
Right? And they say the average saving for America, not blacks now, they say the average savings of not even $5,000 in America, right? The average person, they got $5,000 in their bank account. But blacks, we spend trillions of dollars a year. How? And we don't own nothing because that's how powerful we are. We don't know how powerful we are, but they do.
They do. They understand the economic part.
And that's why they kill us like that. And that's, you know what I'm saying, that's like how I wouldn't even mind them giving the 5 black guy, because once you coerce and you premeditate, because what they killed, I mean when they killed Mr. Nichols, that's premeditation. Hey, I want you to pull him over. Hey man, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. That's premeditation murder, right? So at that point, then y'all acting as a gang, because they say when 2 or 3 more people involved, hey, you acting as a gang.
Right.
So now y'all a gang. I mean, even to this day, or even Obama was in office or whatever, nobody have ever tagged the KKK as a gang. What y'all have been doing is gang activity.
They haven't tagged them as a terrorist organization or anything.
Right. You quick to name black guys, rappers, and all these folks as gangs.
As gangs.
But you won't do that with the KKK as gangs. Like, you know, I would like to see somebody got enough balls to do that.
Yeah,
like,
that
you know what I'm saying?
Because they are too intertwined in the workings of all the political system. You got to think about, like, what we said a few podcasts ago. All them old relics from the past, old politicians need to die out in order for the country to heal themselves. As long as you got them guys from the 40s and 50s still in office, the same process is going to happen. It's just going to, name's just going to change. The process is going to be reorganized to look like it's not the process, but it's actually still the process. As long as we keep electing these same old relics with no new ideas into office, we're going to have the same old problems that we were complaining about back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. It's just going to be the same process over and over again. And then we keep electing their children, and their children was taught by them. So nothing is going to change as long as we keep electing the same old people, to me.
No, that's facts.
You get what I'm saying? The same old people. Even if their children are younger, they still was taught by them. We are electing them because of their name.
No, that's facts.
We got to get past that politicians helping and taking care of us stuff. We're never going to get anywhere. We're never going to move forward if we still keep relying on those Republican and Democrat. We keep relying on those folks. I mean, they have the power and they do have certain things they can do, but in think about when we weren't allowed to have things. We weren't allowed to have a house, so we had our own neighborhood. We took such good care of it. Think about when we weren't allowed to own a car. They didn't think we could afford. We get a car, we take such good care of it. You get what I'm saying? So those things, when we weren't allowed to have, when we weren't allowed to do, we did it better and we took care of it more. But now that we are allowed to do it, now we are allowed to have, so per se, we don't do it as much. We don't take care of our neighborhoods as good as we used to.
But some of that, so I think that's I'm not going to say 80-20 rule. I want to say 70-30, right? No, I'm going to say 100. I'm going to say 100.
Okay.
Because Donna always like to say it ain't 50-50, it's 100-100.
Right.
100% blame on the politicians because they've made us lazy and played that black card. And 100% on us as the people.
Right.
It's nobody's responsibility but ours to take care of our community.
That's
I shouldn't have to tell you to cut your grass.
This quote by Malcolm X on that topic.
It's just like, quote by Malcolm X, it's just like when you've got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What you do?
You dilute it.
You integrate it with cream and you make it weak.
Right.
If you pour too much cream in it, you won't even know you ever had coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be hot, it becomes cool. It used to be strong, it becomes weak. It used to wake you up, now to put you to sleep. Hey man, hey listen man, that's one of my greatest heroes, man. I love Malcolm. Watching The Godfather of Harlem is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Uh-huh.
Malcolm, I mean every man has his flaws. We all do. Nobody is perfect.
Perfect, right.
But Malcolm Malcolm could have got out of some of them situations.
Mm-hmm.
But Malcolm didn't want to forgive, you know what I'm saying, Minister Elijah Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to just say, all right, you know what I'm saying, peace. Like Malcolm stood on what he stood on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that because I get to look at the history, but in that time I probably been just like Malcolm, standing on what I stand on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, just looking at, you know what I'm saying, some of it, like, you know what I'm saying, but I can understand too, if God got you on a mission, I mean, you go over to Mecca, you see the world so different, and this guy who telling you that is a hypocrite, and doing this, and third, and like molesting and raping little girls, and y'all saying power to the people. And if you that type of guy that's standing on it, because even the FBI said they fought this nigga for about 20 years, say he never cheated on his wife, you know what I'm saying, never almost,
right.
You know what I'm saying, like he was a stand-up man.
Right.
And they said, man, we didn't have nothing on him.
Right.
They were so, this let you know that white, Jewish, and all that, because a lot of times we say white, but they were Jewish people also. So J. Edgar them had so much respect for God and black folks that they said, we the FBI don't want to kill Malcolm because he's righteous.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna let the nation them do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can't, because he's a righteous man. He justified himself with King them because he said King was a whoremonger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, King sleeping with white women. Mm-hmm. He's smoking cigarettes. He's supposed to be a preacher, supposed to be black, but he's sleeping with white women and doing it that third. So he hated King.
Right.
So they justified whatever they did to King. But they said Malcolm was so holy and righteous, like, nah, we can't touch him. Like, we gonna let, you know what I'm saying, we let y'all deal with it, because, nah, he without blame. Mm-hmm. So y'all got to deal with that. He ain't violating, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Malcolm Martin had too much power in a sense where it was easier for people to buy into Martin philosophy than Malcolm. Mm-hmm. Because Malcolm lived in a free state. Mm-hmm. Martin was down here dealing with segregation, and while white folk was still pouring water on you, putting dogs on you. Mm-hmm. So he had to go. I ain't gonna say he had to go, but you know what I'm saying, he felt that was the reason to go there. Mm-hmm. But that, as we know through history, that came from the gay rights movement, the nonviolent, because the gay rights is the only right that was passed that still stand. Mm-hmm. Our voting rights still has an expiration date on it. Mm-hmm. Housing is gone.
Education about to be gone.
Education about to be gone, but the gay right bill did not expire, no expiration date, because a lot of them was gay at the time and couldn't come out. Even John Lewis and Barry Rushing, them guys, they couldn't come out. Barry Rushing was the guy who was writing the speech for Martin Luther King. Them, they have to hide in the trunk to go, like, you know what I'm saying, because he was gay, and it wasn't acceptable. And so, like, when John Lewis and the Freedom Riders, that was a gay movement. So that's what they was on the Pettis Bridge for that day. Like, it was a lot of gays and everybody that was, you know what I'm saying, because you know the KKK was like, oh, we hate niggas, fags, and Jews and Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? They hated all four of them. Right. So if you was you know what I'm saying, a nigga and a fag, you got the double whammy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
From the KKK.
Right, from the KKK.
Right.
And then blacks, you know what I'm saying, they weren't associated in our culture like it is now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people hid that. And you know what I'm saying, when they got them laws passed, you know what I'm saying, everybody separated from Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was on the island by himself, for real. Once they got that civil rights law passed with all the gay rights, now they separated from King and betrayed him. You know what I'm saying? That's when King said, because he got to speak, I was a king. King said, I'm getting back to my business, about my father's business. I'm Jesus Christ.
Right.
He had to go back there because they, you know what I'm saying, they had done bamboozled him. You know what I'm saying? Because King had enough power to make Atlanta like Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Atlanta was supposed to be the next Black Wall Street because we had 23 black millionaires here. It was only 29 in the U.S. We had 23 that lived in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like Auburn Avenue had the only black hotel in the world.
Okay.
So when King them marched them from Auburn Avenue up the street to the Ritz-Carlton, I was at the event at Ritz-Carlton last week, right? So if you take me from your black hotel that might got 300-400 thread count sheets, right? Ain't got all this, that, and thing, because you black, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even if we wanted to, you know what I'm saying, to luxury this joint out, they ain't gonna sell it to us.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because they don't want us to compete with them. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of stuff we couldn't even get.
Right.
So if I take you up to the Ritz-Carlton, let you sleep a night, breakfast in bed,
Right.
let you get all this luxurious stuff, and I try to take you back to the Auburn Avenue Hotel now, and if you can afford it, where you gonna go?
Right.
So Auburn Avenue Hotel didn't have the luxury of that, like with certain conference room. So what Ritz-Carlton can say to sweeten Martin up, to bamboozle him, hey Martin, y'all can have y'all meetings here. Hey, we'll feed y'all. It's whatever y'all want to do. It's okay, man. You got to think now. All them hotels they built downtown Atlanta wasn't there when Auburn Avenue was there.
Right.
Look at Auburn Avenue and see how close it is to downtown.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And they took the idea because black folks, you got to think, in the Ray Charles movie, they wouldn't let Ray Charles perform, they banned him.
Okay.
So think about all them people that came to see Ray Charles perform, where you think they stayed at? You know what I'm saying? With other black folks in the Auburn, you know what I'm saying, the Auburn Avenue Hotel. So Martin King had enough influence to make Atlanta Black Wall Street of Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's why you see a lot of black folks. Even you look at the 1901 riots and the 1919 riots, and then you always had black folks and white folks on the opposite side.
A town.
And you always had black folks and black folks that, know what I'm saying, had different views, because you always had the haves of the blacks and the have-nots of the blacks. So the rich white folk weren't with Martin King about segregation. Hell no, we own everything. Why we want to go in with them and go there? No.
Right.
If a black woman is sitting at home with this white woman and breastfeeding her baby, that's how crazy the world was. If my mama breastfeeding this white woman child, but my black mama can't drink from that water fountain, how stupid is that?
Right.
Your child drinking this black woman milk from her titty, but she can't drink from a water fountain.
Same thing.
Everything about this black woman is going into your white baby. Everything in her going in your white baby. That's how foolish it was.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if I got Grandma Annie Mae here, and she the best cook in town, why do we want to go eat Miss Sally them cooking who we know can't season, ain't wash them damn food good? Why we want to go eat there? No.
I got a couple questions.
They would have had to come still eat with us and shop with us. Listen, they would have still had to come eat and shop with us. No, I'm talking about, you go to Mary Mac right now. Look at Mary Mac here. Guess who in that damn kitchen? Black and Mexican folk.
Right.
Ain't no white folks in that kitchen. I'm just saying.
Right.
You go to most
Southern cooking.
successful, even you go to the Houston the House and all that, ain't no white folks in the kitchen. It's other ethnicities in the kitchen that make it go. It ain't saying over time white folks couldn't learn it. White folks don't give a damn about being in that damn kitchen.
Right.
White man want to be the general manager or the owner. I ain't raising my child to go be the cook now, or to go be the help.
Hire the cook.
And I understand it, because if it's a white world, which it is, I wouldn't raise my damn child to go be damn no worker neither. I'm raising my child to go be the boss, because the world set up for us.
Right.
Why go do that? Now I understand the white bartender and the white hostess, they just doing it for extra money, they in school or whatever. But let me tell you something, one thing I learned in this world right now, if you white and poor, because your ass want to be.
Yeah.
Because you want to be.
Right.
And this world is set up for white folks. And thank God we got some good white folk that care about black folks. You know what I'm saying? Now, they don't give up their white privilege and their money to be black, but they understand the black plight. Some of them are willing to help.
I get it.
King them when they got, know what I'm saying, far as they got it, if it wasn't for good white folk. Know what I'm saying?
That's
they came
true.
down and stood front line with them.
Right.
There's one reason why them white folk didn't beat them that day on the Petty Bridge as they did, because they had white folk join, know what I'm saying, front line You know what I'm saying? 'Cause white folks started seeing it like, you know what? Let's go join with our brother, man.
They ain't even shoot him.
Our brother in faith, right?
So I believe
they want to line him up and shoot him. So the best way is to get white folks and black folks together for real, though. And we're talking about.
But you know that's what Black Panther was trying to do. That's what the Black Panthers was doing. When I was in Chicago, they were doing that. They were actually trying to get poor whites and poor blacks to understand that their plight is the same. Their plight is the same.
Listen, it is, man.
Right.
It is. Know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying it's a dirty, evil capitalist
To keep us separate.
society.
Right.
And capitalism don't care nothing about poor white or poor black.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you poor white, it cause you want to be poor white now.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Google right now and clean yourself up, ain't got no experience in goddamn coding,
And put in for a job.
and Google gonna hire you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they gonna hire you, Jack. I'm just saying. Hey, man, that's why I tell any white man I see on the street for real. I say, hey, bro, you ain't got no business homeless and ain't got no money.
Right.
Hey, man, the world is yours.
It's your oyster.
No, I'm saying the physical world. No, I'm saying that the spiritual and everything else is God in us. But this physical world, it's a white man's world, bro. It just is, bro. Now, in this world, we got the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? If you really set up in God's, you don't care about the white man world. It don't affect you because they can't touch you. You know what I'm saying? No, talking about the Bible say, be fearful of the one that can destroy your soul and the flesh. White man can only kill his flesh body if you connected to God. That's all you can do is kill the flesh.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You cannot destroy this spirit and soul. You know what I'm saying? Because only God created that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Only the manufacturer, you know what I'm saying, can make a recall on that car he created. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Ford
can't recall on that Chevrolet.
Right.
He ain't make that Chevrolet.
Right.
So you can't do a recall on it. No matter how messed up it is. You can't do a recall on it. So Satan, white folks, whoever think they can destroy the spiritual black man, you can't, because you ain't created him. Now the black man that love this world and love the materialism in this world, you can destroy that fool.
Right.
But the black man that stand for something and, you know what I'm saying, and living for this world for a different reason, you can't destroy us.
I read a book called Outwitting the Devil. The guy is actually having an interview with the devil. And he said, the devil said, one of my greatest tricks is having people adrift. If I got a guy who's adrift, who doesn't know what he wants to do, who he wants to be, or how he's going to get there, I got him. I don't need to change him. I don't want to change him. But the guy who thinks for himself, who knows what he wants to do, has a plan and idea of how he wants to do it, I can't mess with him. He's no good to me.
Right.
This is the devil talking to this guy who's interviewing. The guy's interviewing the devil is asking, well, what's some of your tricks? He said, one of my other tricks is schools, teachers, and religions. If I get the school, the parents, the teachers, and religion to intertwine with the kids, I get them early. I get them early to indoctrinate them so they don't think for themselves and they become adrift, and I'm good with that. So I just threw it out there because I read this book and I was so intrigued. And the book was written back in 1904. Like it's an older book, but it just intrigued me how this guy sat down and wrote the book as he was interviewing the devil.
It's a big conquering divide with that, because it's like the black athlete who have taken care of his money. He can get on front line and say, hey, I'm down with the protest, man. It's whatever. I'm gonna stand with the black folk. But the black athlete who coming up for a contract probably next year or the year after, who ain't took care of his money, he can't stand front line elbow to elbow with the black folk because he waiting to get his damn payday.
Right.
I can't afford to get cut.
Right.
I can't afford this. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's always going to be a divide between the blacks, because some blacks wouldn't lay online and give it all, and the rest of them like, man, I ain't with that, man. I want this and I want that.
Right.
And they know how to
this lifestyle,
and they know how to play on us, man. And there's going back, man, because I see we about to reach the second hour of the show. Is my girl Seven McQuarrie, who just celebrated her birthday. My girl Seven, the Aquarius, yes. She said that she's a damn reader, but she's a writer, like she's an author. She said it's called
Westside Misfits.
Yeah, y'all probably know. She says it's called Outwitting the Devil.
That's what I said. Then.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said outdrifting or drifting.
The part of the book is about drifting.
Drifting. Drifting, outwitting the devil, yeah.
But the book is outwitting the devil.
Yeah, so they put this out there and said, we're going to drop this video soon, this, that, and the third. And the woman that had enough training she knew how to do it, and, you know, she tried to do it the best way to keep her city safe, right? So we, you know what I'm saying, at 45 and older, whatever, we don't judge that, because we understand, hey, man, if me and you was Demir, you know what I'm saying, or whomever else, anybody in this room, somebody gonna find something we didn't do right. You know what I'm saying? We the police chief, we gonna be able to do everything right, right?
Right.
But the thing that I do hate is that how she deceived the public by not putting out that there was a white boy on the other end who ignited everything and pulled Tyre over. And then come to find out the lead officer who was really punching him the damn hard is trying to kill him, he knew that Tyre was dating his ex-girlfriend. And that's where the plot thickens.
Right.
And the rest of y'all 4 dummies and the white boy, the rest of y'all 5 dummies
fell in,
have thrown your life away over some PUSSY.
Right.
And my friend told me, he said, hey man, pussy is undefeated.
It always is.
The oldest profession in the world. It's undefeated. And it made 6 of these niggas throw their lives away.
Right.
Over this nigga ex, cause you want to kill this man cause he with your ex? God. And if you're a police officer, and if you that hung up on it, hey man, go get you another girl, man. You can go pull a girl. And you can find a girl that's on her way to jail and be like, look, baby, I'm going to let you off. Here's what I just want from you.
On the way to jail.
If you're that type of nigga, I'm just saying. If you're going to kill a nigga over it, that means you wouldn't do anything, though.
Right.
That means you wouldn't do anything over it, bro.
You're on the way to jail.
Listen, bro.
Get you a criminal. Yeah.
Hey, listen, bro. That's
We're not
all
trying
I'm
to make
saying,
light of what
bro.
happened, but yeah, that's what's funny.
Nah, bro, it's sad, bro, because listen, they done threw their life, you know what I'm saying, away over a girl, man.
Right. And not even their own girl.
And I can see now, if this boy done raped this girl, and he done did something to this girl so horrendous that you want to take law into your own hand.
Right.
Man, that might be justified. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time, man, most of us men, whether you from the streets or not, there are some things that people do in this world, you be like, nah, I don't want him locked up.
Right.
He needs some street justice.
Right.
Or she needs some street justice. Some women feel like that when, you know what I'm saying, if you're a loving, caring mother, and you see on the news this woman that drowned these babies, or done beat this baby to death and then starved her to death, women be like that, like, oh, I need to beat her ass. Oh, I need to catch her.
Right.
They don't need to lock her ass up.
Right.
Women feel the same. Oh no, I want to put hands on her. I mean, it's different crime and people feel like, hey man, don't lock them up, let's get them.
Right.
These 6 guys, man, need to be arrested and need to be in open population in jail. No witness protection, put their ass in general population. And let general population have their way with their ass.
They're not going to do that.
Because you done this to this guy, man, over this woman, man. Come on, man. Like this guy, and then the sad part about it is, man, this guy cried out for his mom as he died. It's just something about that, man. You cry for your mama or God. It's God, Jesus, or your mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In that moment, because we can't see God in the flesh, we see his acts through people. Your mom is the closest thing to God that we know. That's your first God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The woman is your first God. You know what I'm saying? For a child, that's your mother. You know what I'm saying? Because God have placed God-like things inside of the woman. Right now, you can't get that woman and make her squeeze milk out her breast, but the moment she deliver that baby, there go the milk, right? That bag not in her. But the moment she get pregnant, that bag that the baby sits in her body. Man, that's amazing, man.
That is amazing.
Man can't take that, man.
Man can't do that. They need to bow
I went
down.
to a place and heard a guy talk about God and science, right? Which was an amazing comparison. But if you would have asked that guy who's a probably expert scientist, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? What he say? Ask him to design the woman body. You ask anybody to design the woman body. You know what I'm saying? Tell you what this for and what that for. Now we know what it's for now because we done live life. What I'm saying is, you hide somebody away in the world and don't let them see nothing in the world and just teach them about science and there's everything. They couldn't tell you what that, you know what I'm saying, what this body is for, what this for, what is the areola for, what's the nipple for. Man, it's so much in our body that, hey man, and doctors to this day probably can't tell you certain things. It just don't know. And that's the beauty of God, that only God knows.
Right.
Why and how and when. Right. Why is it there, man? I'm just saying, that's crazy, bro, that, you know what I'm saying, why your eyelashes on your eyes keep the Man, it's just crazy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, how God designed the body. But this come on a baby body. You just formed, but a baby is born with all this stuff, man.
Already.
That shit is amazing, man. And that's why the woman is the closest thing to God, because she is giving birth to that. God can only be, here's the beautiful thing, man. God can only be God without the woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, God can't be God without the woman, right? Maybe God could have made men to have a baby, but you still got to have somebody to, you know what I'm saying, to do that thing. But I'm just saying, in this world we live in, God couldn't be God without the woman, because the woman give birth.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever great man God uses, whatever king, you know what I'm saying, whatever, he still came through the canal of a woman.
That's true.
So it's still, whomever you say was great in this world came from a woman. Point blank, period. Everything and everybody in this world want to be a woman. The gay man, in a sense, want to be a woman. He acting woman-like. You know what I'm saying? The lesbian woman, she's still dating women. You know what I'm saying? A straight man, he wants sex from a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me get a couple of questions in.
So everything is still surrounded by the woman. How great the woman is. Everybody wants to be her. Everybody. The straight man need her because he's straight.
We dang don't need her.
The gay man want to be her. The lesbian need her. Everybody need her.
Can't deal with her, but we sure need her.
And you know what? On this day, January 31st, 2003, don't nobody steal the title of my damn book. Everybody needs her. That's going to be the title of my new
That's
damn
your book.
Everybody needs her.
We got it on. We got to record.
So we got to record. So you go out here and steal it. But you know what? No. I've been thinking about this. God just gave it to me. Everybody needs her. God damn it, God is good. No, seriously though. Everybody. Hey, listen though, man. Seriously though. Everybody needs her. Right. The little child, he or she has to be taught by that woman at home. The man needs his food, you know what I'm saying, the house clean, or the place to be loving. That, you know what I'm saying, to come from a woman. A woman make a house a home.
Right.
Everybody needs her. The workplace, you got to have, if you got a good woman boss, I worked around me, make everything go smooth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because men gonna be in the ego, pride, might be jealous of a nigga the way a nigga look, where he dressed, or the woman he might want to sleep with, him.
Right.
And you want to fire him or cut his hours because you don't want him there because she want him. You know what I'm saying? The less she see him, the better off. Your chance might be to get her. Right. Men do all that type of lame stuff, man. Go ahead with the question, man. Go ahead with the question.
I had a customer from way back from Lion Lady Love. She wanted me to ask you, did you know that Martin's name was Michael before he changed his name?
Ooh, I like that. Martin and Matt. Oh yeah, of course. Michael King. Yeah, they played on the Martin Luther.
Right.
The Martin Luther. Yeah.
OG Scooter said you played him. You ain't come pick him up.
Tell OG Scooter that we ought to let him know. We had other folks here that's not on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got 4 people that came to. You know what I'm saying? Check the podcast out.
Check us out.
Tell OG Scooter that he's gonna be a guest, like he's not a co-host. See what I'm saying? So he done got in the car. Nigga think he's gonna be a co-host. Nah, OG Scooter, you are a guest.
You play it to the left. You ain't want him to come.
You a guest, OG Scooter, not a co-host, man. And you my man, but you're not a co-host.
Right.
A guest on the show.
Slick said that Tyre Nichols was right down the street from his mom's house when all that stuff.
Oh, that's why he said, "Mama, hoping his mama could hear."
80 feet. Right.
Good Lord above. Them niggas is bold.
Right.
But you beat and kill a nigga right by his mama. Good gracious alive.
Right. Those are just a couple of them.
And they probably didn't even know it, but still though, that's some bold stuff.
Right.
Good Lord above. That's why he cried out for his mama, man. That's crazy, man.
Right.
And see, that's the thing. That's the thing that I hate too about religion, right? They play on religion when it suits them. Even politicians, right?
Oh, politician uses,
we can't do this, we can't do that. But you have debates in the church. You go raise money from the church. You know what I'm saying? You have the preachers letting you speak in the church about your platform. It ain't no separation in that, man. Only when it fits them, man. You know what I'm saying? Only when it fits them. Your 501c3 status is granted by the IRS, which is government, right? All that's a joke, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about money.
But you know what? In time, everything happens in the God's divine time. You know what I'm saying? To expose. And you know what I'm saying, like in the Bible it said at a point in time you will come out of her. You know what I'm saying? Because the building, like the church building, have played games long enough.
Oh yeah.
When the people represents the church, you know what I'm saying? The people represent the church, not a building. You know, and then some people still doing some good work. But overall, you know, the church, when it comes to black folks, I can only talk about the black experience. They have played us and betrayed us.
They have stained it. They have stained the church with what it was meant to be.
Right.
Right.
And this is a testament also to our people, man. And I think only by the grace of God that blacks haven't, as messed up as we are mentally, right, with everything happening to us. It's amazing that blacks haven't taken their anger out on white folks, preachers and politicians. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Malcolm once said, "We not a violent people." You know what I'm saying? We just violent with those that get violent with us.
Right.
We don't wake up just saying, "Oh, you know what? That white boy did that." You know what I'm saying? My daddy. We not going out killing innocent white folks. You know what I'm saying? Nor should we. We're not going out here trying to kill an innocent police because he might beat up another black person or a black woman. We don't do that. We're not going out there saying go kill gays because we're straight and we not gay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so many reasons that a black man or a black woman can wake up and go on a war path in this country, and we don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's great restraint. Yeah, we civilized people.
We are very civilized.
As much as they want to say we're barbaric,
Right.
we just stand in third. No, we're not. Yeah, we kill each other more than other races do. Yeah, we do. And you know what I'm saying? And that shit is so getting played out, and I'm just so tired of that,
It's more
though.
reported that we do. I don't know if we necessarily. I mean, you think about it. I mean, it's sensationalized that we do, but you have to also think about the media and how they always sensationalize things that we do more than other folks.
I would say in America Lab, I would say we do. Only because, the only reason why I would say it, right, in my opinion, is not a fact. The only reason why I would say it is because we kill each other in so many ways, with selling the drugs to us, gun violence, you know what I'm saying, because we don't live in close proximity to whites all the time. We raping our black women, and we killing them mentally, you know what I'm saying, we killing them physically. Like, you know what I'm saying, you have more black relationships than you do white. Right. And if you look at the numbers, Donna always posting, Miss Mix-a-Lot always posting the numbers on her page. Man, I ain't realize there's so many black men killing women out here, man. Like, so we killing each other, I think, more than whites, for real though, because I think white issues I think they deal with the mental, whatever mental capacity they have. I think they deal with it in a cussing and whatever. And when they do kill, they'll probably kill their baby, like the Casey girl or their parents or whatever. It don't be like as much as we kill each other on a daily basis when you factor in all the black cities in America, is what I'm saying. When you factor in all of that, like the everyday killing and the everyday shooting, and I'm just saying, like, I don't think that if we do 100 homicides in Atlanta, Chicago might have 200-300.
Easily. I
don't think you will have 200-300 white people killing white people in a Chicago. I'm just saying,
right.
I don't think you will have that. You know what I'm saying? Because and mainly because their issues is not the same as our issues. You know what I'm saying? You're not putting white folks in the ghettos with limited resources and guns and drugs like you doing blacks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We are true lions out of a cage, right?
Trying to get through the jungle.
And trying to get through the jungle. And you're giving us guns and drugs and stuff and saying, and you're giving it, you know what I'm saying, to us on the east end of the jungle, and you give it to blacks on the west end of the jungle, and the north and the south.
Right.
So at any point that you turning, you killing your own. No, anyway, you twist the navigation, you killing your own. Ain't no white folks in that compass. So that's why they don't have to kill each other the way they do. They stuff be internal. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Jill is tired of goddamn Uncle Bob raping her, and she done got old and want to kill his ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
But they also don't have to deal with as many mental issues as we do. Not just saying that we're crazy, but on a day-to-day basis. Not only do we have to deal with us and our people, but we gotta deal with them and they stuff.
No,
on a daily basis, the things
it's a lot,
right?
Man.
You know, we have to carry a lot of weight on our shoulders as black folks in general. On a day-to-day basis.
Man, listen, we do, man.
We wake up in the morning and think about going to work and be like, man, we gotta, if we don't own the business, we gotta worry about what's gonna happen there. If we're gonna get laid off because we always the first to go. So things of that nature, we have a lot that we deal with, that compresses us in general, that we carry on our shoulders, that may cause us to be, like we always say, black folks don't get mental health. They don't get, therapy or anything like that because it's seen as a weakness in the black community, which it shouldn't be because it helps. But those things we gotta count those things as well as reasons why we may be more violent towards each other. Like they say, crime is committed in areas that we live. Black folks commit crimes in white areas. White folks commit crimes in white areas. Black folks commit crimes in black areas. That's just how it goes. But we just have so many things that we deal with in a 24-hour period.
It's like that. Like I always tell people, who you think killing Chinese in China?
Mm-hmm.
Chinese.
Right.
Who you think killing Mexicans in Mexico? You know what I'm saying? Because we're not there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they kill each other and do different things because you also have a high concentrated of poverty in those countries. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree.
So it happens. We just not getting the Chinese news and the Mexican news, but we don't watch enough Mexican movies and we know how it goes.
Right.
But in America, though, they've done a great evil job in the black community as a whole. The government has. They've done a great evil job. And, man, I'm not going to tell you no lie, man. I met some good white people. Mm-hmm. And I met some terrible black folks. I'm just saying, like...
I think we have them in all groups.
All groups, man. And there's some, Evil doesn't
know a color, though. Evil don't sit back and say, hey,
right, evil
I'm gonna make only
evil
black
don't.
folks evil. Evil is an equal opportunity employer. It does not care what color you are when it comes to evil. Evil is evil.
And I'm gonna tell you something I learned too, man, with white folks, man. Man, white folks don't care about some stuff we think they do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being honest with you, man. Some white folks don't care about the things that we think they care about.
Mm-hmm.
We think they want to be this, they want to be that. They might want to be the governor and the damn president.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't a long line of white folks want to be the mayor of Atlanta.
Right.
I'm being honest with you, man. Contrary to popular belief, ain't a long line of white folk that want to be a city council over here. It don't pay enough money for them. It don't do this and that. Man, most white folks that come from money in this city like making money, like they freedom, and they could give 1-2 rats ass about trying to be into the politics of the inner circle in Atlanta. Right. Man, they don't be caring. White folk, they're like most black folk who mature and make money, want to live a life. Man, the average white folk want to walk their dog. You know what I'm saying? Go to their little social club, do whatever they do, and don't have to worry about being robbed and killed. And that should be the mind frame of anybody. But I'm just saying, like, that's what white folk really care about, like walking their dog and just enjoying, like riding their electric scooter, or they scooter on the belt line, just walking, ain't got to worry about them carrying no gun and just having fun. But that's what life is really about, though. So I don't knock the white folk that want that type of lifestyle and hey, this, that, and the third. If I can afford to live down here, I want to vote for this high rise because I want to live in it.
Right.
I want to do that. I want to vote for this dog park. I got dogs.
Right.
I get all that. You know what I'm saying? And when you come from the projects and you do certain things, you don't want to live ghetto-ish no more. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
Your goal should always be
and your goal should always want to get out of that, man. And the way Atlanta changing now, white folks don't want to be living like how Atlanta was with Freaknik. I get that. We like Freaknik. Atlanta was popping. But as a 45-year-old man, 50, 55, and 60, you don't want that Atlanta. You just don't.
You want to be able to get home in traffic.
Man.
You don't want to be sitting in traffic. I heard y'all be sitting in that traffic 4 days.
Hey,
man, I wasn't here, but
that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. So it's a lot of, and I get it, man. Like, if you sit down if you put white, black in the room, or Asian or whatever, man, when you get down to the real conversation, man, we all the same in a lot of ways. We just want to, we just view things different because of the upbringing. Some white folks grew up going to a lake house, going to a summer home, and they want their kids to have that. They used to paying for their daughter wedding. They used to putting up on college tuition for their kids. Right. Blacks, we wouldn't afford the opportunity for our dad to pay for our damn wedding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't afford that. Hey, don't worry about it. You go to college, I got it.
Right.
We didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of they ain't always had it neither. Cause Ronald Reagan, the one made education, college education was free.
Right.
So white folk were going to college for free. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying up until Reagan got his ass in office now.
Right.
College was free.
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
So yeah, ain't like whites always. White were going to college. Ain't like they always send their kids to college. Mm-hmm. Like you had that opportunity was free. Mm-hmm. Ronald Reagan put the price tag on it, but college was free for white folk. Mm-hmm. Black folk couldn't go, but college was free for white folk. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, white folks afforded a different luxury than we. Their values on life is, hey, I wear these New Balance and Converse. You know what I'm saying? This to send you to college or pay for this summer home. We'll save up for it. You know what I'm saying? We'll build this credit card and we'll buy this stuff and pay the credit card, right? Mm-hmm. That's how they live, and that's their value system. They're not trying to go out because they don't have the swag and the care we got. They're not going out there trying to buy a $34,000 chain. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A watch or a ring. Now, if a white man making money, a businessman, yeah, he got on a Rolex, right? He ain't doing all that shit to it that the rappers do.
Right.
He ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they just, you know what I'm saying, different people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even if they have a Maserati, they gonna be plain Jane. Mm-hmm. Ain't gonna be all that shit we got. That's because we just, you know what I'm saying? We got that extra spice on us. We got it. They don't care nothing about it.
Spicy.
Right. They don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They go. But deep down, bro, if you sit down and you put 4, 5 ethnicity groups at the table, first of all, the core value are gonna be, if you put responsible people there, core value gonna be God and family, right? Mm-hmm. Outside of that, yeah, they taste the music gonna be different because they didn't grow up in rap and all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. But the stuff that separate us is foolishness.
Right.
But the stuff that brings us together and bind us is almost the same. Mm-hmm. We just have different family structures. Like even you take a black family who probably had mom and dad, it's gonna be a different structure than the white mom and dad, or the Latino mom and dad, or the Asian mom and dad. It's just different because the cultures are different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even you take white, like even in the Asian culture, they say that if the firstborn is a girl, no, the firstborn is a boy, they kill him. Or a girl, whatever, because they can't earn no money. Mm-hmm. I think it's a girl. If the firstborn is a girl, they kill it because the man can go out there and work at a young age. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is. Mm-hmm. So imagine that, though.
But you know they can't. They gotta have permission to have children over there too.
I don't know. No. I'm not saying like. I'm saying they got it a lot worse. What we do in a lot of ways. Like their traditions is. Some could be like, good grief, like damn. Right. I'd rather take black and poverty than to be his. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying though. And that's what I'm saying. If you sit down and talk, man, but the news makes so much money and they benefit the government. Everybody benefit from white and black not getting along. Right. And not sitting at the table or helping one another.
That divide is great. I mean, the money made in between that crack, between that crevice,
hey, man.
is a lot.
So
serious. Why would I want to close that crack when it's filled with money? Why would I want to close that hole when it's filled with money? I can keep doing what I'm doing, keep making the billions of dollars I make, and not worry about nothing. Because for one, while I got y'all fighting and upset with each other and killing each other, I'm gonna be up on the house on the hill with my fence around the house and guards at the gate. So I ain't worried about the trouble that I cause. I'm gonna be away from it.
And Lab, to be honest with you, Lab, the average white man and white woman love black folks, man, because we got so much culture. You know what I'm saying? We got so much. See, no, I'm saying. So here's the thing. Even in America, we got more culture than them. They don't know they culture in Europe. They don't know that. Mm-hmm. The average white man in America don't know that his grandfather or great grandfather or grandmother, you know what I'm saying, were pretty much like the ghetto of the ghetto. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Was sitting over here. You know what I'm saying? They had to take the bottom of the barrel jobs. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't. Maybe some knew it, and maybe some don't. Right.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, some white folks love the culture of black folks. That's why they love the athletes. They love the singers. Mm-hmm. Like they love it, man. They love the music. They love us. But the media and the racist white folks is what make them shame to go out there and say, "Oh, I love her. Mm-hmm. I love him." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's the world that want to divide us. But the average white person, bro, they love black culture because it's something to love. Mm-hmm. And they don't. You think about this now.
It's rich. It's a rich.
They
culture.
don't have nothing to love now. If you think about all the inventions, it ain't whites' invention. Mm-hmm. It's all blacks, and they took it from us and stole our invention.
Right.
We invented everything. know what I'm saying, they either put a white face on it, know what I'm saying, European face on it, and told it from a European standpoint. But they haven't created or invented anything.
Yeah, they stole it and repackaged it, like you said, to sell it to Europeans.
No, everything they got, they had to learn it from a black, like even science, like even, you know what I'm saying, everything they had to learn it, you know what I'm saying, from us drawing, like everything they learned from a black man.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, they didn't allow us to be educated, so they took it. We couldn't patent this, you know what I'm saying, we couldn't take credit for this because you won free. So, you know what I'm saying, so you had to give it to your master. Anything you did living in my house, it belonged to me. Anything you did belonged to me. Any recipe you created or whatever, you created that under my roof, all right, that belonged to me, ain't your mama?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jack Daniel, hey, Uncle Ben, hey, man, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? We put your black face on this rice, but, hey, we getting the money from this rice.
Right.
I'm just saying, man.
Name it after you.
I will name it after you, but you won't get no money.
We ain't gonna say your last name, though, because we want your ancestors.
I want your ancestors to be able to recoup.
Right.
Ain't your mama, Uncle Ben, ain't had no last, you know what I'm saying? But the black face been on that syrup and that rice box for centuries.
Centuries.
Who's that family?
Right.
I used to be, this the hustle in me, right? I used to say, shit, I want to go make me some ID and say this name and say, I'm just kidding, I ain't your mama. Who gonna tell me I'm no? And if you say I'm not, who is?
Right.
If you gonna tell me I'm not a kid, I ain't your mama, then that means you must know the real
people.
If I'm ain't your mama.
You must know the real family.
Hey, that's how you expose America, though. Hey, you play the game like, you know what I'm saying, like Trump.
Right.
His daddy taught him the game.
Early.
Hey, don't pay taxes. Do what you do. You're going to sell it to her for $1, and you're going to control it. Y'all don't want to give me all this land? Then we finna go up with the land we got, and we're going to goddamn switch it over, only change management on it, and we know we don't pay no tax. I don't blame Trump, and no, any white folks or whoever can do that. George Clooney, all them starting to do it. Mitt Romney, he never showed his taxes. I don't blame Obama, don't show his.
Steve Jobs did it. Like, remember we talked about how he drove the same car,
hey, man,
year, not same year, but same model. Everything in the car was the same. Yeah. It was a newer year. He didn't pay no taxes on, never paid ad valorem on. He just kept changing the car every year.
My boy BMU Chris is back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, a lot of the stuff, I mean, America have done us wrong. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Over the last 20, 30 years, black folks been doing this shit to black folks. I'm just saying, we've had, like right now, you got a lot of black athletes making $200 million contracts, 200-300 sneaker deals.
10 years.
Come on, bro.
5-10 year period.
Bro, you can't go back and build your communities up. You ain't got to use your money, because guess what? If I'm LeBron James, I've been playing 20 years in the league, right? I should understand money by now, right? So if I'm almost worth $1 billion, right? I can get a line of credit from anywhere. I ain't got to use my money.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, at some point, you ain't got to use your money when you've been rich for so long. You supposed to know it. Your CPA supposed to tell you how to move this money, how to do this, how to get this. Like, every black athlete, right? You know what I'm saying? No, whether you from that town or not, if you playing ball in that city, you should know that, you know what? Let me find 10 nonprofits in this city, right? We're going to find 20. If 10 black athletes on this team, we're going to find 20 nonprofits. We're going to all pick 2. We're going to donate, because you can't give one all that money because you got it's a threshold. We're going to find 20. And you can find 10, 20 in the city. We're going to donate the millions that we got to pay in taxes. We're going to donate it to the nonprofits in the town. It's a write-off, but I'm helping black nonprofits. I'm helping the little girl, little boy that got a clothing line that can't get off the ground. I'm going to write it off to that clothing line business, man. In my press conference, I'm going to wear it once or twice.
Right.
And you wearing Gucci and you paying for that shit. But why I help this little black girl, this little black boy at the press conference wearing their sweatshirt or something, man? Come on, man. Like, all this shit is our fault, lab.
Right.
And we be talking about, until I watched the movie on Gucci, I found out why they racist like they is. The whole family dead. It was bought by Italians.
Right.
Guess who don't like niggas?
Right.
Italians.
Right.
So they allow all that to go on with Gucci.
Right.
I'm not saying.
Yeah.
They allow it.
Right.
Because they don't like niggas. Like the whole family died. So it's ran by them.
Lady Lady Love said LeBron is sending kids to college for a ride. And,
no, Lady Line Love, read the underline, baby. Read. You got to read, Lady Line Love. I'm not going to even get into that, but on the next Tuesday, you better have me some information. LeBron James. LeBron James. Now, I ain't going to knock my brother. He's one of the great athletes that we've had off the court. I love him off the court. He's a great man. He's a great father. He is a great philanthropist. But LeBron James is not sending kids to college.
He said his school, I guess. She said his school.
Now what? All right, now LeBron James faces on it, which is good enough.
Okay.
But he's not doing it. I'm not saying he's not doing it.
Okay. But his face is on it.
His face is on it.
Okay.
Face is on it.
He using his face card.
Yeah, we'll take that. Now, see, get what? I'll take that. I'm saying, that's why I won't speak against it. I'll take that. But it's some red tape in between there with his school and whatever. It's some red tape in between there.
Okay.
Like everybody just ain't going to college from his school. It's some red tape. And I'm just saying.
It's something tied into that.
It's like when the bank say they want to do something to you, you still got to go through some little loopholes and red tape. Nah, if you're going to give me this grant, goddamn it, give it to me. Don't make me have to steal like I'm applying for a loan. No. Now that ain't an easy process.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, it ain't an easy process with LeBron James' school. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And if LeBron James, here's my thing. You once lived in Cleveland, you played in Cleveland, your kids were raised in Cleveland. I'm going to say this, Lady Line Love. To truly help the kids and to do everything, you have both of your sons playing in Cleveland. And you would have stayed there, you know what I'm saying, to give that, you know what I'm saying, to your kids. But I understand why he went to LA, because he want to be in the movie business, which he in, doing a good job of it. But I'm just saying, that's how you affect change and how you really make it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you really do it. You know what I'm saying? If the school ain't good enough for my kid to go to, it ain't good enough.
Right.
I'm just saying. If it's my school, LeBron James can have the biggest sports going on at that school if his sons would have played there. That's all I'm saying, man. We can't let no black, athlete go without, speaking out against them. We don't have to agree with all of them. We don't have to crucify all of them. But nobody is above reproach.
Right.
And LeBron James not doing that the right way. Let your kids go to the school, man. You have everybody in the school want to go.
Everybody want to go in
build the sports program up and make it educational as well. You know what I'm saying? You set that example. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron James' goal have always been there. He never shied away from it. I want to be a billionaire. That's his goal. He have a right to reach that. But when you're trying to reach that, some things get left by the wayside. Some things you can't fit. Because if you want this Jewish relationship, this Jewish money, LeBron, hey, now, you can't beat Malcolm X, Martin King now. So LeBron James, you know what I'm saying, if you notice, he got his ass handed to him when he spoke out against Kyrie. The black folk went against his ass. You know what I'm saying? He tiptoed and was like, oh, shit, okay. I ain't as liked as I think I am to be saying this type of stuff now.
Right.
I can't say this against my black folks.
Right.
So now he done had to take a step back and shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say, because then when they posted all them videos with him hanging with the Jewish folk,
right,
and the school his son go to out there in LA is a Jewish school, now they done exposed you and shit like Shaq got to run his damn mouth. And they're going to find out your movie theater is the damn one that played the damn black movie from Amazon. So, no, I'm saying, so how you going to get on Kyrie and your damn movie theater is the one who's showing it?
Right.
And Kyrie from Jersey too, fool. He got a right to speak to his people that's like you. But nigga, you showing the movie and speaking out against him for saying, hey, we black, we are the original people. God damn. He can't say that. And you showing the movie. But see, when you stand on your square, let us go back. When you stand on it. See, white folks know who's Judas and they know who like to play the seesaw game. I mean, no, the hopscotch double dutch.
Double Dutch.
Some black folk double dutch.
Right.
Kyrie stood on his square. Oh, suspend me, let's go, whatever, let's do it.
Right.
He stood on his square. And by him being so good and protected by God, they had to reinstate him. He the leading vote getter in the All-Star game. You can't get rid of him now. You can't get rid of him. He didn't take the vaccine 2 years ago. He missed all that game and that money. He ain't care nothing about it. Okay, I'm missing money because I ain't playing, but I'm standing on what I'm standing on. You know what I'm saying? And he stood on what he stood on. But when you double dutch, they know it and you dispensable. And man, black folks ain't gonna rock with you like Shaq, Charles Barkley,
Well, Charles Barkley always been the way he is.
Kenny Johnson, white guy.
Always.
Kenny, that might be white or Jewish, but guess what? Guess who didn't say nothing though? Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith did not say nothing bad about Kyrie Irving. No, I'm saying none of black folk. He don't do that because he from New York and he from the hood. He don't try to double dutch and fit in because he know at the end of the day, I'm a nigga.
Right.
I'm a nigga. My black card means everything because white folks ain't going to accept me the way black folks going to accept me now. I mean, what the Jewish folk. I mean, say I gotta get out of saying white folk because it'd be the Jewish community. Like they always want to say this, then the third, but it was the same Jewish community that told Bill Cosby they'll sell him NBC, and when he had the money to buy it, they didn't sell it to him. Same Jewish folk. They had Seinfeld and Friends, which the whole cast is Jewish, and they had a right to pay their people. They was paying them $1 million, but was getting mad when New York Undercover and Living Single, Queen Latifah them, you know what I'm saying, was making like $400,000 an episode. And they was like, nah, we got more ratings than Seinfeld and Friends. We want $1 million an episode. And they canceled the show because they wouldn't want to pay $1 million. And man, Jewish folk weren't always the way they were supposed to be because KKK hated them too. They hated Jews, niggas, Mexicans, and the fags. But the Jewish got their money, got their reparation money. Hold on, let's not get it twisted. The Jewish community got the reparation money from Holocaust and became wealthy, and bought up everything, and I don't blame them. If I'm being discriminated against and y'all sitting in third, all right, well, we're going to own the goddamn media. We're going to buy up everything. Right. And you know what I'm saying? It's so hypocritical because the Jewish people don't speak out against Adidas when Adidas is run by Nazi Germans. BMW is ran by Nazi Germans. Mercedes-Benz is a German engineered car. But Jewish folk, y'all drive the Mercedes-Benz. Y'all drive BMW. Y'all drive, what's the other thing? The Volkswagen. White folks ain't Jewish folks, but Jewish folks drive, y'all drive all these German engineering cars. But you hate the nigga because why? Why do you hate us? Why do they hate us? Right. I think because God said they hated Jesus Christ first. Jesus said, no, they hated me first. Right. No, they hung me first. And everybody else get hung like how Christ got hung. I'm just saying, that's the only explanation, bro, is because they know who we are, lab. Why do every race, including our own race, hate us? Right. We hate each other, and everybody else do too. Man, can't nobody answer that, bro.
It's not a question that will be, well, let's put it this way. It's not a question that will be answered truthfully.
Lab, can't nobody answer. Lab, if you ask the most racist white man, he can't or she can't tell you why they hate a black person. Why? Lab, they can't tell you why. Even in the midst of you hating a black person, you still letting the white woman breastfeed your child and babysit your child and cook for you. You hate me. You will spit on me and won't acknowledge me, but
I can take care of your children.
Hey, Anime, I need you to cook this goddamn meal. But that ain't hate, boy. That's misguided. That's some stuff you don't even understand. That's some diabolical. That's the only stuff like God said I'm going to confuse the world. That's some confusing stuff, man. I'm telling you, they don't even understand why they hate black folk. And if you ask, I'm telling you, ask the most racist white man or white woman, they couldn't tell you why they hate blacks. Because they don't know.
It's been inbred in them. It's been in.
If you ask a confused black person, why you killed this man, why you killed a woman, or why you raped that woman, they can't tell you why they do the demonstrative thing to their own people. They don't, man, they can't tell you. I'm not saying they can't. The average racist can't tell you why they racist, because guess what? You're not a true racist if you hate me, but you at a damn Chicago Bull game with a Michael Jordan jersey on. Right. Or his shoes. You're not a real racist, lab. Right. You're not a real racist if you got black folks in your house, because guess what? You don't want nothing to do with the nigga. You don't want the nigga around you. Right. I don't want you cooking for me. I don't want you washing, cleaning, or nothing. Right. A true racist don't want none of that, bro. You ain't got on nothing that represent black. You don't want nothing to do with black. That's what I'm saying, Lab. It's not a true hate towards black. It's popular to be a racist towards black. It's profit in that. It's popularity in that. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of stuff like Doug Shipman, Atlanta City Council President, when he took the black women off the committees. It's some white folks out here that'll be like, oh yeah, we like him. He got some balls. Right. You know what I'm saying? He kicked all the black folks off committee and the two women. Oh, we can work with him. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Make America great again. Right. I'm just saying, it's people out here that get praised for that, man. I'm telling you, because it's popular to do that to blacks. It ain't, man, if black cops was killing white little boys and girls out here, how long do you think you have blacks on the force? Come on, man.
Right.
The white boy.
Any cops are doing that. Black or white.
Hey, man, the white boy always get able to go do a mass shooting of black folks and come out alive.
Always.
That's what I'm saying, man. It just ain't the same, man. And we have to understand that, right? Mm-hmm. It don't mean that we respect it. We still speak up for ourselves, but we got to understand that it is. Like my boy Tupac said, it's white man's world. Mm-hmm. It is, bro. When you understand it and learn how to navigate it,
maneuver different.
and when you come across them, make them respect you, and you know what I'm saying, and still be you. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying, but it's still their world, you know, because everybody that's in control of something that's of value and makes some sense, I mean, they white, you know what I'm saying, or Jewish or whatever. It just is what it is, bro. And we just got to learn to still be ourselves, not code switch, you know what I'm saying, not sell you out because I want this. No, you just can't do that, man, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, but it is, Lab, it's theirs, man, and that's why they waited a week later to show this white boy in the video in Memphis, man.
Of course.
And that's why Atlanta can do what they do with the white city councilmen on the Atlanta board, because Atlanta is still a white, ran by white cities, because the whites control the wealth of Atlanta.
Yeah, the taxes.
Right, you know what I'm saying? They control the wealth, because you can have more black kids.
Well, that's the reason why Freaknik ended. They didn't want them driving through Buckhead.
Oh, they ain't want no more here now. And see, you got more black kids in APS than white kids, but guess what? The deciding factor is, APS is built off what? Property tax.
Okay.
Ain't enough black folks own
property
in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So the property dollars which fund the school system, which is a $2 billion funding source, black folks ain't got a hand in none of that shit, so you got no real say so. Mm-hmm. Because you know what I'm saying, you got all the apartments, we got renters. Mm-hmm. And we rent, and we got apartment complexes, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Apartment complex and rent don't pay
taxes.
They don't pay no goddamn taxes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they and I don't know if anybody, there was a study done, I want to say 2001, that said that most of the time in underprivileged neighborhood, black neighborhoods, they'll tear down houses and build up apartments on purpose, because there is no tax base when you live in an apartment. There is no tax base for black folks when, you know, we say, oh, these great new apartments are coming. Oh my God, it's gonna be a great new apartments. But in the grand scheme of things, you got 40, 50 people living in an apartment building. None of those people pay taxes. None of the people have no say so over the land which they're paying taxes on.
Listen, this is what they're saying.
They're paying rent for.
And they saying gentrification, but it's a lot of apartments getting built in Atlanta, right? Which hold no tax base. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody paying. Hey, and most people live in an apartment now. They build and don't have small children, so they don't give a damn about the school system.
Right.
I ain't moving in this high rise of this building because of the school. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying no property tax, right? Mm-hmm. So all the high rise and everything they building look nice amenities, but it ain't no tax based.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can tear down the whole. No, they no tax base. I'm gonna tell you something I found out the other day at the city council meeting. They tore down 2 projects over there on the south side. Over there near Cleveland Avenue, on Pool Creek and all that, right? Mm-hmm. They tore them up. When they tore them down, trees grew up on them. Mm-hmm. It's still zoned, you know what I'm saying, for public housing. Mm-hmm. But the city was saying that, oh, so here's the thing. You know what Lennox Mall is? Uh-huh. Lennox Mall was a forest. They cut the trees down. If you cut the trees down and you plant them somewhere else, you got to pay to plant them. They planted the trees over in Pool Creek in the black communities. Mm-hmm. But you're supposed to plant a tree wherever you tear it down at.
Right.
So now there's a fight. Do you think Lennox Mall gonna tear Lennox Mall down and all that to plant some trees back over there? You know what I'm saying? But Lennox Mall was a forest. Mm-hmm. They paid to cut down a tree. Each tree they cut down, they planted it back over in the black community. Mm-hmm. So the black city councilman did the research like, oh no,
right.
Y'all can't do that. Y'all gotta either cut these trees down and build this, build some housing back up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, for my community. But in the projects, bro, like even Bowen Home right now, where I'm from, mm-hmm. trees galore. And Bishop and Love, because when you tear something down, nature
takes over.
Nature takes over.
Right.
So now, you know what I'm saying, but nobody had to build the trees, but it just grew into trees. Mm-hmm. So Lennox Mall was a forest. nothing but trees and weeds. They cut it all down, and they planted the trees back over in the black community, bro. They tore down them project just to plant the trees, and we done found it out. And now we like, boy, y'all gotta pay.
Right.
Y'all gotta pay for this.
Yeah. See,
But that's what I'm saying. The system set up for that. Black folks don't know nothing about that. Oh, you can build, or you can cut the tree down, and if you cut it down, you can plant it over here. But we don't know nothing about that.
right.
Y'all done let
Those
them
are
build the
bees.
whole Linus and Peace tree up, which were nothing but trees,
And move the trees. But
and move the tree to
they
the
say,
black
they
community.
said they
Tore down.
planted trees. They didn't say where they had to plant them.
Hey, but I ain't say well you had to plant them. So you
They
had to
say they
plant
just
them.
had to plant them.
Hey, boy, hey, that's cold blooded. Listen, this
Right.
cold, but listen, I got a book at home, right? I'm gonna bring it this time. I'm gonna read out of it. You know, on Whitehall Street, where West End at? You know what West End at?
Yeah.
It's a street called Whitehall Street.
Okay.
Just in the 60s, you couldn't even go, as a black mother, if she tried to go over there and buy enough groceries for a household, she couldn't buy it. She, know what I'm saying? She could only buy $20 worth of groceries. Couldn't go grocery shopping for the whole house. Know what I'm saying? They wouldn't sell you 2 loaves of bread, and they wouldn't sell you 2 gallons of milk or 2 dozen of eggs. You had to buy 1 and 1.
Really?
I don't give a damn if you got 5 kids at home. Nope. Normally they wouldn't do it. Black man couldn't have a business in Atlanta because city council wouldn't even give you a business license. It was all white folks. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason why they picked
Right.
Maynard Jackson to run. Wouldn't give them business license. Wouldn't give them this. They couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you making money, because you got to turn your revenue in. Oh, we ain't going to renew it. Oh, you making money now, nigga? Okay, nigga, we ain't going to renew your license, nigga. Man, they played so many games against us. This why I be so hot down there fighting, you know what I'm saying, against the black candidate. Because, fool, y'all ain't even done your damn history. Because if you did, you would know that there was a time that the white city council members that all agreed, and boy, it went down.
It went down.
You know what I'm saying? Guess what, Lab? These same laws and ordinances still on the books.
Oh, they never gonna take them out the book. What they do, they become dormant.
Hey, they this minute, and I'm like, y'all black folk that's down here getting elected, lying to the folk, ain't speaking up for nothing. That works, cause get what, Lab? I'm be honest with you. If I come across some white folks and they cool and we can co-mingle and work, I'm all for that. But I expect white to be white as far as not liking us or not want to do this, that, and that. So it don't bother me. This is why I can like Trump on certain things, because I expect that. I'd rather know you are being Donald Trump than to be Joe Biden lying and hiding and not standing up, know what I'm saying, for all the stuff that then, we done seen all the videos. You calling us animals and we need to be destroyed. Joe Biden, man, that said, you know what? Hey, when I was younger, I said those things.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Right? So I'd rather, no, I'm saying, I like
know my enemy than
Trump is who he is, and I'd rather know Trump, right?
I can see him coming.
So that's why I get mad about, know what I'm saying, about black elected officials. I can expect that from white folks on council with y'all, but y'all, come on, man.
Right.
It hurts me more because y'all are black. And you supposed to know you can't do this to us, man. Help your people, man. Like the city of Atlanta gave $10 million back this week. Because they said they couldn't find enough people to help them pay rent.
Enough, did they?
That's what I'm saying, Lab. They gave them $21 million.
And they gave 10 of it back.
10 back, so they didn't. They couldn't find enough people to qualify to pay their rent. You could have walked your ass over to Fulton County and got the eviction list,
right?
And said, you know what?
I'm taking care of all this.
I'm gonna take care of all the eviction. Come on, man.
Right.
God damn.
Slick said black folks don't read enough and don't get involved enough.
P Drama, DJ P Drama, my man.
Donald Trump keeps pleading the fifth. I want to go back to one thing, what we was talking about as far as gentrification was concerned. And we talked about this on Monday, I think. Monday, what day we kind of met up? One of them days, we talked about this Saturday.
Well, Slick is right, though. Black folks don't read enough and we don't get involved. I agree with that.
We talked about this on Saturday, that the fact that on the west side, how it's all started to be built up and gentrified, the reason why we can't control those things is because we don't get involved. We don't go to those city council meetings. We don't go to them planning meetings. We don't go. All that stuff is public knowledge. If five or 600 of black folks who lived on the west side of Atlanta got together and went to these city council meetings and expressed their concern about what's going on, things probably would be different. But also, black folks got to pay them taxes when grandma dies out and leaves you that house, because White man is already looking at the list to see who will do fraud on them taxes. Now, if I get this house for $500 of tax that you didn't pay, I'm gonna go ahead and pay them taxes and kick you out and build a $500,000 house on that property. So there's things that we need to do as people ourselves in order for things like gentrification not to happen, because it can't happen if we're more involved in those things. We go to these city council ordinance and planning meetings and talk to these folks and call these folks and do all this stuff that the white folks do. Now think about it. You know, the Buckhead said, "Oh, we're gonna succeed from Atlanta. We're gonna have our own city." Yeah. They got in line then, didn't they? The city council and mayor, everybody got in line then, didn't they? You get what I'm saying? So we have to make our situation more known, and we got to pay them taxes, so our tax block will be counted as well. If you got 600 or 700, 800 houses on the west side of Atlanta that are not paying property taxes, to them you have no voice because you're not paying the taxes.
And that's true, Lady Line Love. You are dead on, and that's true. We don't fight for stuff that we should fight for. If a lot of my friends came down to City Hall, right? If we came down there about 2 meetings straight, you know what I'm saying, with about almost 100 folk, we'll shake that house up.
Exactly.
Man, we'll shake that house up. Many. Man, and we go down there and about 30, 40 of us speak, what they allow you to speak. Man, we would shake that house up, but they so used to us not coming down there as a whole, right? And I'm down there fighting and speaking out, but it gotta take a lot of us down there, man, because, man, they sent $10 million back just this week. Well, last week, 2 weeks ago, they sent $10 million back. Said they couldn't. I know a lot of folks that need rental assistance. Ain't got the money for it.
What about food?
Can't make the money for it. Food that they could have gave the money to, man. And they said that they gave the money to United Way and another. They don't have the outreach to the public. No, we gotta stop getting that damn money to them.
Yeah, not the way they gotta pay their CEO, but he make $110,000, $200,000 a year. I mean, some things have to make sense, and they always give to groups like that they don't come to our neighborhood.
We gotta start getting the Urban League, United Way, Salvation Army.
Right.
We gotta stop putting them in. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of them do great work, but we gotta start getting them the money. The city of Atlanta gotta start getting them that damn money and say, hey, I need you to reach out to the public. They don't know nobody on Bankhead. You gotta give people who can connect you to Bankhead, to Cleveland Ave, to Simpson, to Camerton Road, all in between the highways and the byways, that you can give that $10 million to them people and say, hey, man, listen, man, we're going to pay this shit up for a year. Hey, that's all you had to do. Hey, man, find me 10,000 people. Man, we're going to pay this shit up for a year. Here you go.
All you got to do is bring your lease. Let us call what you owe. Pay it to the department.
Pay it, man. You gave away. Hey, man, you gave back $10 million. Hey, you can't explain that. Yeah, man, we gave back $10 million that we could have helped people see the mirror. Man, know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say that though.
No.
They not gonna get on the news and microphone and say, man, I'm sorry, we failed y'all. We gave back $10 million. We could have helped a lot of families. So, no, a lot of people. Let me tell you, no, I'm saying that's why I tell people, man. 90% of people that I know come from the projects like me. Man, they be needing help. Whether or not they might need money, they might need resources. They just might need any little thing. But people be needing stuff, man. That's 90-something people that I know. You know what I'm saying? They ain't asking for no handouts or begging. They just need, hey, direct. How do I do this? When this coming? How do I file this? They just be needing resources. The song might need a little cushion to get above water because, you know what I'm saying? When you out here being an entrepreneur, life can beat you down.
Right.
Slow days, good days, you might need some help. You know what I'm saying? Your kids, you might need some. Everybody needs some help at some point in life.
At some point.
Everybody. And the city's supposed to be that engine, that help. And I keep telling them, like, hey, man, and that's why I could never change. It ain't in me to change, but hell, 90% of people that I deal with, you know, in poverty, come from poverty and need help. You know what I'm saying? Their kids or somebody might need it. So I always got to be plugged in to help them because I can't just ignore it and not speak for the people that I know that might need help. Hell, I got a sister that got 6 kids. She might need help. You know what I'm saying? She going through something there where she need help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Mom, aunts, like, you know what I'm saying? Grandmother, like, everybody got somebody in their family that might need help, whether you might need it or not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I always tell people, repost stuff you see when it come to helping folks. They're cut. You don't need your light bill paid. Somebody else who follow you might do. You know what I'm saying? Or they mama, they aunt, whether they say it or not, they gonna take that number down and say, hey, auntie, I seen the number on the boy paid. Call that number. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, my aunt, when she was alive, God bless her soul, my Aunt Gwen. Man, she used to get that light bill information, that water bill. Man, she used to got them give everybody a number, and they, you know what I'm saying? She used to call for them.
Right.
Hey, so you know what I'm saying? So I come from that type of family.
Right.
Hey, man, they paying light bill, they paying water bill. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so go get that light bill paid. Go get that water bill paid.
People don't realize
you gotta
the
spread
things
it,
that help
man.
them. Like, I tell people all the time, I say, if you disabled, you know you can go down to the homestead, to the taxes in your county, and file disabled, and they'll lower your taxes. You know you can tell the light company you disabled, and they do this or they do that. Sometimes it's just small little things that you can use in the system to get by. It says, let me see. Some people get comfortable in poverty. That's slick.
Oh, she lined the other person up on her. Who is that?
For instance, say I need help.
Oh, Frenchland line. Frenchland is the resource they give to help people. Right. I didn't even see her. That was her son that called in early. My young cousin, the 22-year-old. That's her son. She don't need no damn help. She the folk that people call that got them
to get the help.
Frenchland, can you loan me $10,000, Frenchland? Can you loan me $500? Frenchland is the help. She is the help.
Well, I need to tell the Frenchland. I need help.
Right. Frenchland is the goddamn the Bank of America that stay on 24 hours. Some bank close at 5. Frenchland stay on 24 hours.
Right.
Why she ever tell me I need help? She is the help. But we've gotten out of that, man. We don't like to help each other no more. We talk about people if they need help.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That stigmata of needing help.
People always
and the government
say,
does that too, though.
Oh, I remember you used to come ask for sugar. With it. Now they be like, oh, damn, I thought LaTanya had it. Damn, LaTanya need to borrow something. Damn, LaTanya. People will say that this day and third. Right. Like, damn, if a person come to you for help, you going to talk about it?
Right.
Well, I got to hear about that from 2-3 other people. Like, no, damn, if I come to you for help. This is why I'm so glad. Now I have people like my cousin, Frenchland, Donna, Miss Mix-a-Lot, LaTanya, who I've known almost a year. I'm going on a year. I got other friends out there. Right? I don't want to leave nobody out, but I got friends out there and some family members that I can go to if I need it, right?
Right.
But I do thank God that oftentimes I don't, because there are some people out here that ain't gonna help you and gonna talk about you need help, and I'm just like, boy, like y'all will do people like that and they dire need of you.
Oh yeah, most
definitely. So I be thinking, and I thank God for the people that I can go to. Like I got people that I can go to. And I thank God in the back of my mind that I know I can go to if I really needed them. I could go to what I need a place to stay, you know, for a minute, or borrow some money. I can go to them without a shadow of doubt. Like I know I can. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good feeling for me to know that I can, right? Man, but most people don't have nobody they can go to, man.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't have people that they can go to.
No, they don't.
They don't want to.
They want to. Right. Yeah. Oh, they got to hear about it.
Right. You got to hear about it. Somebody. Oh, Duwon asked about.
They want to tell you do.
Light bill.
They want to tell you do.
Right. You know he need to buy.
I had to give him a case of Coca-Cola the other day.
Right.
He came there for a case of Coca-Cola.
Right. I had to give him.
I had to give him. Right. That was If y'all don't know LaTanya, don't ask no Leo for nothing. If their name LaTanya run, don't ask her for nothing. They gonna bring it up on you. Nah, I'm just playing. Y'all can't see her on shit in the building. I'm just messing with her. Heart good as gold.
Right.
But nah, man, you gotta. Hey, man, this day and time for. I'm talking. We used to be like that, man. Used to be some people. Man, my grandmother, as funny as she was, she'd tell me go to my friend's house and look in the refrigerator, and tell me what they got. She'd have a bag ready for me, you know what I'm saying? And she'd be like, don't tell them I gave it to you.
Right.
I go in there, sneak in the house, put the little stuff up. She never said, shit, his mama get sent on her food stamp. Why ain't no grocery in there? She never said that. It ain't their fault. You know what I'm saying? If mama sold the stamp to buy whatever. The fact of the matter, the kids ain't got no groceries in their house.
But things were different back then. I tell you about the story all the time. I was the needy child in the neighborhood.
Oh, no, yeah.
I had,
no, things were different.
Pair of pants, but nobody in my neighborhood said, oh, Lee needs some pants. I would go down to my friend's house. If his mom was buying me some pants, she would buy me some pants.
That's what I'm saying.
She would buy me some shoes. It was never a case of, Lee, his shoe got holes in the bottom of it.
Right,
it was like, Lee, come over here, we finna go to the store. And when she buy him shoes, she would buy me shoes.
Hey, man, that's what I'm saying, man.
Right. It's not like
you could do that back then. It's not, man. Right. Everybody is so, I don't know how we got so for self. Mm-hmm. Like, we got so for self in this world, and amongst black people, we got so for self. Mm-hmm. And then we got too good for certain things. Mm-hmm. I don't want to wear Ant-Man pants. You know what I'm saying? Right. I want my own.
Right.
Man, we got too good for things too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Hey, we got too good for certain stuff, man. Right. We want no more handouts. We want no more hand-me-downs. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? They want this, that, and the third. Like, even the men and women on the street, I don't like to say junkies or the homeless. You know, even though they homeless, but I never like to call people junkies. But even the people that beg for money, hell, they done went from $1 to $5. Hell, they don't even want no dollar no more. But truthfully, $1 ain't buying that no more though.
Right.
But them niggas be like, hey, bro. No lie, man.
They got inflation too.
My boy Byron Amos, City Councilman District 3. God bless you, man. He was in a bad car accident. So I started at the store there to get my boy get well card. Mm-hmm. No lie. Threw it in front of the store. Hey, big bro, can you help me with $10 when you get out there? I said, $10? I said, bro, I ain't even about $10 worth of stuff out of here. And you want $10? I ain't gonna lie, that nigga laughed. That nigga said, big bro. That nigga laughed. I said, $10? Nigga asked for no dollar or no, hey bro, whatever you give me some change. But I ain't asking for that, boy.
They
like, man,
10.
You know what? Hey, man, straight 10, man, and 5. You know what I'm saying? They ain't asking for it. Even the water boys. If they selling water for $1, pull up and say, I don't want the water, here go your $1. Damn, big bro, that's all you gonna give me? You gonna give me that's $1?
Right.
Boy, you just selling water for $1. But they really don't want no dollar though. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because people like LaTanya, who nigga rich, she'll pull up and give them 5, 10, 20.
Right.
So they got spoiled. Right. Then they got spoiled with that. They think everybody gonna give them 5 and 10 and 20.
And she popping off, she rolling out 50 too.
Right. Here y'all go. And so they think everybody in a nice car for it, or the joke side though, they think everybody in a nice car. And they do. People in a nice car give them more than $1. Mm-hmm. And so that messed them up, because now you done went from hustling, you know what I'm saying, to now it's kind of like begging and you reaching now, because you really want more than $1 for on you selling the water.
Right.
But some people done bless you because they don't, you're young, they think you rather be out here than be out there killing.
Right.
Hey, young blood, here you go.
Right.
I might give you $100, say, man, split with 2 of your partners.
Right.
You think everybody gonna do that? No, bro.
Right.
Get out of that. But that messes up even people in business, though. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? I deal with people that be thinking maybe you're gonna untip them the same all the time. Hey, don't get so used to this tip now. You know what I'm saying? Don't get used to that.
Right.
And people will get mad at you, because if I tip you 3 times with a 50 and now leave you 10, which is I'm still in my 20% gratuity range.
Right.
You mad at me. Bro, I can't give you a 50 or nothing. Right. I could have just closed the deal where I came into some money, and I'm feeling generous. You could be my 10% tithe if I believe in that.
Right.
You could be that at the moment.
Right.
But you gonna expect you'll fix your mind on that every time.
He gets $50 tips.
And if I don't, now I'm wrong.
Right.
Hey, bro, damn if I do, damn if I don't. A lot of times that's how I deal with us for real though. Damn if I do, damn if I don't. And we got to get past that. Too good for stuff, not appreciative. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black folk, we not appreciative. A lot of black folk that own businesses don't think we got to give great service to us, knowing you only stay in business because of us.
Right.
Whites and other people don't support black business enough to sustain you. Mm-hmm. Like I never seen a Chinese person at PF train a Benny Hunter. No.
Right.
Black folks and white folks, bless you. I've never seen a Mexican eating at La Perella. No, they work there, they own it, but no. They don't eat what they serve us. They don't, you know what I'm saying, support that to sustain your business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All these years, a pastor's been open. Different races, white folks will go there because of the history, but they not there every day to keep that open. Mr. Everything, Busy Bee. No, they not there to sustain you, keep them damn doors open. And how dare y'all not even open up Busy Bee for, you know what I'm saying, to sit down or expand?
Right.
You just go give us takeout service. You don't treat black folks like that, man.
Right.
You take our dollar for granted when you don't give us the best service.
But that's because we
I'm
keep
saying you do
giving
that for
to 'em.
granted.
We keep giving.
Right.
If you gonna keep giving me $1 and I treat you any kind of way, and you keep giving me that money, I don't have to treat you any other way because
No,
you're gonna
that's
keep
right.
giving it to me.
In fact, but get what white folk do, Lab. If you support white, and I'm gonna be honest with you though, some white folk, now nothing in life is all or none. Most white folk, if you support them and they doing good, guess what they do? Expand. Hey, boy, they gonna tear down that wall and make that joint bigger and bring more people. They're not gonna afford to do it. The business and pay for itself. Boom, I'm gonna expand it. And they be having a little black culture. Some of them play, they'll play black music. You know what I'm saying? Little jukebox here. I'm just saying they'll expand it. We get the money and I won't do nothing.
Yeah, we do.
White folks will reinvest.
Mercedes.
No, I'm saying white folks will go back into the business, make that joint bigger, or
And
two
better.
more people renting over there. Or they'll try to buy the whole plaza and make this whole thing theirs. You know what I'm saying? Because the business gonna make money because they understand it might be a white owner, but I might got a black manager. I got black folk right here waiting tables.
You ain't gonna see me.
Right. So
You
a lot
ain't
of
gonna see me.
So a lot of time at most white establishment, like the people who making it dope are the black people that work there that's giving out the good customer service. Black folks. Now I got one black guy who owned the Beverly. He's smart. He got a white manager that runs the joint. He got a white general manager who runs the joint. And the white boy cool as a fan, but he runs that place like a goddamn sewing machine.
Right.
Runs it. I'm talking. He runs it, man.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? You got the mix and understand. You know what I'm saying? If you know you got a mixed crowd in here, hey man, get you a white. And remember having a white manager or a white general manager. You know what I'm saying? Still a black owned business. It's still a black owned business.
Right.
Most white owned businesses are ran by black folks.
Right.
It's still a white owned business. But I got a white manager, got a black. I got a black manager, got a black hostess, got a black folks serving table. Hey, who are you gonna see in Ruth Chris? Damn, no, up to 9 or 10. You see black folks in Ruth Chris. They work there. They gonna dress the part of the third. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And you know the reason why you don't have most black chefs, like high-end chefs, because it costs so much to go to school.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? We can cook it, but it costs so much to go. Like when I was in New York 2 weeks ago, all they big restaurant got either the white man, the white girl, or whatever. Know what I'm saying? They can go. They get grants and stuff. Know what I'm saying? They get them to go. We don't have a relationship that knows to put them out to go.
We can't build those relationships.
So we gotta
build those relationships.
So we gotta be like in some restaurant where it don't cost you to be a, know what I'm saying, a chef, like a, you know what I'm saying, like a real chef. Like we can cook stuff, but not like a, you know what I'm saying, like a Houston and stuff. You're not a, you know what I'm saying, you're not a real chef.
We can't write new menus.
You making the same things every day at them place. Yeah, you can't. Right, you can't
think
do
of
that.
new things,
Right.
new exciting things to change the menu
Right.
every week. Like every week you got different menus.
Like my black man who was going with Taraji, he pensing and think like a man, act like a woman, whatever that thing is. When he couldn't get a loan, you know what I'm saying, for the thing, and he had to get a food truck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, set off a food truck. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get a loan. You know what I'm saying? Got this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna give us that, knowing that we the. You know what I'm saying? Knowing we can cook our ass off. You know what I'm saying? But they have all these top shows with these chefs be on them, be them white boys. You know what I'm saying? On the white network, they doing all that, taking the black chef through here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can get the loans, or your best friend got the money for the restaurant. He gonna make you the chef, whether you went to the Cordon Bleu or not. You gonna be the head chef, and that's your man.
Right.
And I ain't knocking that. He's supposed to do that. But black folk, we just don't have certain luxuries like that. But we take our black dollars for granted in black business, bro. I seen it. And I seen it. I seen with people that I like and love, and I support them. But I still be like, hey, bro, god damn, bro, like,
we
damn,
watch
bro,
your
you gotta
show
take pride in that, bro. 'Cause I ain't gonna never serve. Let me just say, bro, we had most everything going, bro. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to renew our lease. But, bro, ain't no way if I see something that don't look right in that goddamn that fresh lettuce or that fresh broccoli, but we throwing it out.
Right.
Okay, when we paid for it, I'm gonna call the company back and say, hey man, yours for this. I'm gonna take a picture. Hey, bro, we not selling that.
Right.
My picky ass, if I smell some salmon and it don't smell fresh, I'm gonna ask 1 or 2 more people, hey man, you smell it, because I'm picky now.
Right.
It don't smell right to me, but you smell it and tell me what it is. Boy, if it ain't right, hey, but we not selling that. No, I don't care about no profit margin. I can't split. There's no lie before we end. This white company that came out with this the Beyond Meat, the stuff that
Beyond Meat,
right. So they tried to tell me that like 3 popular black restaurants here. I won't say the name.
Okay.
But they very popular and successful. They tell me, oh, she doing it, he doing it. So they send me the meat. This no lie. I'm making the burgers at home. Man, had to be God. Man, God told me to read the label. I read the label. Man, that shit said made with soy and different stuff. I went to looking it up as I'm cooking it. It says soy ain't good for black men and melanin people, right? No lie, I called it. I said, ma'am, this meat got soy in it. Oh, well, so-and-so selling it, and she done made $2 million in the last 6 months. I said, well, God bless her. If she okay with selling this to us, knowing that this ain't good for our long-term health, then God bless her. I can't do it. I won't be using the meat. Mr. Everything Decatur will not be using the meat.
Right.
Bam, point blank, bam. I told Mr. Everything, if they try to get y'all to sell the meat behind my back, you know what I'm saying, talk to the occasion, don't do it. I said, because it ain't good for us now. You saying we serving healthy goddamn food and grilled food, we can't sell them burgers.
Right.
Too much soy, and soy ain't good for that burger. The compounds of that burger ain't good, bro. Ain't good for us, bro. And I never, you can just pretty much tell, like, you know what I'm saying, who's selling burgers in Atlanta done got rich off of them.
Right. That ain't got, that's self-explanatory.
But man, it ain't right. The product in it is killing us. It's killing us. The product in it is killing us, man. And I just couldn't do it consciously knowing that I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I just took a stance and not sell it. Like, man, we can't do that. Like, and it probably would have been unpopular over there in the Decatur area. The stuff, the extra
area that you was in.
The extra stuff they were trying to get me to sell. Like, it's some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the little vegan sausage and all, and some more stuff trying to get me to sell. Man, when I looked it up, I said, boy, this killing us softly.
Slowly.
We already eat processed food.
Right.
And when you add this on, man, this ain't good for
double
black
whammy,
folks.
right?
Amen, double whammy. And I couldn't do it, bro. And that's what I'm saying. And so I'm just saying, like, you gotta love your people, regardless, you know what I'm saying, of how we treat each other, whatever. Man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you're in the business serving your people, you got to love your people.
To serve them right.
Right, because and when I'm just saying, you got to love us first, human beings first, you know what I'm saying, then blacks. I think every ethnic group is racial, not racist. Racial mean that I want what's best for my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fight for my people first. I ain't saying screw you, but I'm black, so I have a black experience. It's for my people. Right? But I ain't saying I'm going to screw you over.
I'm pro-me,
you know
but I ain't against you.
I'm pro-me, but I ain't against you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say everybody's racial, because you're pro-me, I'm not against. You know what I'm saying? You should be pro-you and not against you.
Right.
Every race should feel that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so happy I'm pro-me and not against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. God willing, I will be back. And long live Reek. Hey, I'm going to get you next Tuesday. You know what? Hey, this one of my boys, lad. He very talented young black guy.
Okay.
He not living up to his potential.
Okay.
He talented as hell. He could have been out here going left, selling drugs, getting locked up, killing, doing whatever. God had his hands on him. He ain't that type of dude, but he from the street. He bout it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he got a skill that can offer this world, and he bullshitting. You bullshitting, Reek. And I'm telling you now, D. Erica, we need to get home here too.
Okay.
D. Erica, we go live. This the mother, the 12-year-old that was killed at Atlanta Station. Zion, that's his mom on the. I'm live. We need to get. I'm D. Erica. We go live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. You can meet me, D. Erica, one Tuesday by 7 o'clock. 7:30. I'll pick you up and bring you out here. Let me know what Tuesday you want to come, D. Erica. If it's next Tuesday, if you tell me next Tuesday, I'll be to get you about 7 o'clock or 7. Yeah, about 7 o'clock. It'll take us about 20 minutes to get out here. I'll bring you out here, D. Erica, if you're gonna come, because we do need to get you on a podcast and just on talk, because I know there's a situation that is never gonna go away for you, and we need to have you out here more and just talking and getting your organization going and getting things going and just letting people hear your experience, what you're doing, because you can heal other mothers because your son was 12 and you cried out for help and you wanted help. And like I said, I know this is a situation that's not going to go, never going to go away for you. You know what I'm saying? Losing a kid, you know what I'm saying, so young. I think I'm not a mother. A mother's feel different when, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They birthed the kid, you know.
Right.
But I think it does hit different from a mother when you cried out. No, when you cried out so many times asking for help.
Mhm.
And you probably knew that, damn, if my son keep going out, please help me help my son. I know it hits different when you have done all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's going to hit different if you lose your child. But when you have really said, hey, man, I want to help my son, help me help my damn son, and you don't get no help, and then everybody got solutions trying to help, you know what I'm saying, once he gone, and I'm asking for all this before he got to this point.
Right.
Man, that shit hit different, man. For real, though. Like, that shit hit, like, I know it hit different, man, because, you know what I'm saying, that situation with her son and the other little boy, it changed my trajectory. As me said, I'm dedicating, like, this whole year, like nothing else. I'm just focusing on that because that hurt, you know what I'm saying, because I knew her.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know her son. I didn't know the other young man, but I knew his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But type of person I am, all them young boys is my nephews or little cousins. You know what I'm saying? Because somewhere along the line, I know their mom, their dad, their uncle, their cousin, whoever. Like, I know them, and I respect them because I done been from the streets like them. Mm-hmm. So I know some of the pressures they going through. Like, we wasn't so fascinated with guns coming out the projects. You know what I'm saying? So that part I don't quite get, but I get the stupid shit they doing, and I know it's another way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they don't know that. They don't understand that. So I just look at them all like, damn, man, we just gotta, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gotta talk. Man, all the time, them little young boys just want attention. Mm-hmm. They want love.
They need something to do.
They need something to do. And you know, they living in such this fresh society. Got to be fresh. Mm-hmm. So they want some money, and they want something to do, and they want some love and attention for real though, man. If you sit and talk to them, man, you can bring the little boy out their ass because they little boys. Mm-hmm. And you sit and talk to them and not talk at them, man, they just little boys, man. Like the little boy Deshaun, they got killed at the skating ring. That's a fucking little boy. Mm-hmm. Zion was 12. They're these fucking little boys. You can be told. Let's say if you're a teenager, you told gun. If I'm 12 years old, I'm towing gun, I'm smoking weed. Next year, I might not even be on that.
Right.
You can change. Okay. Everybody can change. It was dumb shit I was doing and going home. Mm-hmm. I ain't do that at a certain age no more. You gonna be a dumb teenager. Everybody gonna have some dumb teenage years. Mm-hmm. But you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can take, you know what I'm saying? That's why we don't condemn them. Because they gangs, all this, that, and the third. No, because give these kids time to grow and figure it out. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people make decisions, would have been locked up or wouldn't have been in them position had they got caught doing what they were doing. Right. Some people get caught, some don't. Mm-hmm. And that's why I sympathize with these young black boys, because I done shit in the last decade that if I would have got caught, I might still be locked up. Mm-hmm. That's just being real, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I sympathize with them, because, hey, we all done threw them stones at the penitentiary. Shit, because when I was coming up, I thought selling dope was the way out. Right. We had 5 kingpins in Bowen Home. And I thought, goddamn, that was gonna be the wave. I thought that was gonna be it.
Right, right.
Derica, next Tuesday, I'm gonna call you. I'm coming to get your show. The mother will come to the show. Okay. That's what I might do for the month for Black History Month. Okay. Is to bring the mothers on here that have lost their teens to gun violence. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Let them talk, man. Get them a platform and let them talk. No, I'm talking about that because these mothers need a platform and they need resources to help. So she won't be calling somebody like me, other people. The money will be donated to her organization to help other mothers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because a mother who have lost a son can better relate to another mother who have lost a son. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Men. We are fathers. We can't relate to mothers who have lost a son. Right. So I feel that the mothers should have that money in their organization to help other, you know what I'm saying, mothers and other people, because most of these mothers are single mothers. Mm-hmm. And they can relate to them and they can help with, you know what I'm saying, they can better help than men when it comes to that part of it. I agree with you. Now, when they are alive and trying to mentor them and talk to them, yeah, we need the men to be out there with these boys. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like the mothers, man, the mothers got to help them mothers, man. Mm. So I thank y'all, and Derica, I'll see you. Woo, what's up, Woo Glizzy? So Derica, I'll see you next Tuesday, man. I'm De'Erica. I don't know why I be saying damn Derica, De'Erica. Forgive me, De'Erica. My dyslexia keeping me hanging with my friend. Damn, that shit rubbing off on me. De'Erica, I'm sorry. So thank y'all for tuning in for Misfit Radio. See, I'm about to say, you know what I'm saying? This next, hey, man, I got to start hanging with her. Misfit Radio and the Real Westside Story. Nardo, what's up, player? We need to get you on here one weekend, player. No, we don't. He gonna be trying to plug on every job he do. He ain't trying to help nobody. He want to make all the money. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We see y'all next week, man. Thank y'all. Hey.